Hey guys, it's Kelly. Yes, I'm back on camera, believe it or not. It's been a while since I've done anything for you guys, and so I decided to do this look. I just pulled my hair up into a ponytail. I'm going through that stage since my surgery where I'm losing a lot of hair. My ponytail is like teeny tiny. I can wrap a wrap around it like 6 times. And I used to not be able to wrap it, but maybe 3 at the most. I've lost a tremendous amount of hair. It's thinning out a lot, which is what I did not want to happen. But I can still decorate my face. So if you guys are interested in seeing this look, I did use mostly drugstore items, and I used a lot of new products to me. The foundation is new, the eyeshadow is new, and the brow products are new. So yeah, I used a lot of different products and mostly affordable drugstore options. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. I am here to do a get ready with me and just catch up with you guys, chat, that sort of thing. I just got out of the shower. I have on my top. I'm going to my brother's house. We're going to grill out if the weather will, kind of help us out there just a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna grill out, and I don't even know what we're grilling yet. All I know is I need to bring drinks. So that's what I'm gonna do, is just put on some makeup with you guys. But I have, since the last time, I've picked up a couple of drugstore items, and so I wanted to do a get ready with me using drugstore items. There are only a couple of items that are not drugstore. And so I'm just going to say that it's mostly drugstore anyway. I have all kinds of baby hairs flying around. I have a fan beside me so I can stay cool and have my water that I'm going to have to stop and drink every now and then. I do have a really bad acne spot right here. It just doesn't want to go away. So I've got to try and conceal that. Let me go ahead and put on some chapstick. So how have you guys been? I hope that everybody's doing well. I hope that everything's been going well for you guys. I'm going to start in with the L'Oreal Infallible color corrector palette. This wasn't like one of my favorites by any means, but it's not a horrible product. You know what I mean? It's nope, that's not it. I was trying to find the right brush, guys. Okay, this is just the brush that I use with my concealer that goes under my eyes. I'm just going to go into the peach. I'm going to go into that, and I'm going to work on concealing under my eyes. It's not my favorite formula, but it works in a pinch. The problem is that it is super thick. It really is not quite orange enough for the darkness that I have. But like I said, it works. It's just not my favorite. So yeah. Okay, let me go in with this other side. And if we have any of these weird flashbacks, guys, I'm sorry. Still don't know what's causing that. I have tried several things that other people have suggested as far as setting and that sort of thing. Just don't know what's causing it. So I guess we'll have to just wait and see how things go here. Okay, so I put a little less on that eye, and you can tell. Okay, so anyway, we're probably going to have a little bit of flashback and that sort of thing, but I put a little bit on that spot. I just recently went to the dermatologist, and I'm just going to go in. I just washed my hands. I'm just going to go in with my finger a little bit, and I'm going to try to cover up this. I mean, I barely touched inside that palette. It's not really covering. I feel like I need something like here's a clean Q-tip. I need something that's a little bit more precise. And then hopefully I'm gonna let that dry down just a little bit, but hopefully my foundation covers it. But yeah, sorry about the flashback and that sort of thing. Guys, I've been working on different projects here and there. Still trying to, you know, kind of get away from all these boxes and other things I have sitting around. Okay, this is not going to work at all on my face, I don't think. I guess if I go in really small areas, it might. But I did go to the dermatologist and I got a clean bill of health. So I don't have anything, some of the spots that I was most worried about. She said it's just, unfortunately, part of aging. Yeah, it's working. It's just I'm having to go in really small spaces. That's all. So let me try this side one more time. Okay, there's that flash. But anyway, yeah, everything checked out. Everything was fine. The little thing that was on the inside of my eye, she did freeze that off. It's just, you know, she's the nitrogen or whatever. It's called cryosurgery, but she just froze off that little area inside my eye. But I really don't, from looking at it in person, I can't tell she did anything to it. I don't think she did enough. Let me put it that way. So, yeah, I just don't think she did enough. Let me go back in and try to cover up that age spot. It is an age spot, and there's nothing I can do. Now, she did give me lots of creams and other things. She said that this redness is rosacea, which I already suspected. I mean, you know, I suspected that. I figured that's what it was, you know, and there's not really anything that you can do about rosacea. There's no cure. She did give me some creams that would help alleviate some of the redness that cost a fortune, that I couldn't afford at the time. I mean, I just was like, I went in to get checked, you know, and my insurance covers that because I had some areas of concern. And so she checked me out, and while I was there, I asked her questions. And so the redness was one of the things, and she asked me, did it bother me? And I said, well, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm constantly having to color correct. And unfortunately, not anything can be done about that. Okay, I'm going to go in and start with my eyes, and I'm going to start with the Milani eyeshadow primer. This stuff is really good. It's been a while since I've used it. Smell it, make sure that it's still okay. I don't want to put anything close to my eye that's old, but it's just fine. But so I got a clean bill of health. I've told y'all before, I think, either in a vlog or just in a video, that I have really, really dry feet. And especially my heels. The heels of my feet are just really, really bad. So, I'm not rubbing as hard as it probably looks like I am on camera. I mean, I'm really not. But I've waited the 10 days that I was supposed to wait before I put makeup on this spot. She told me to keep polysporin on it, which I did. She said it would kind of scab over and that would fall off and then it would be gone. Never really did anything. It just, it was a little red for a couple of days. It hurt like crap when she did it because it was really, it's in a really sensitive area right against my eye. But I can't tell. And I mean, when I go to do an inner corner highlight, I got a feeling that it's probably going to look the same as it did before because I can't tell that it took it away. It looks like it's still there. And she did think it needed to come off. So I'm going to call her office this coming week and let them know that it's held up and it's still there. So what do I do? Plus, I will have gotten paid, and so I can go in and get some of the things that she prescribed for my dry feet. She said that it would make a tremendous difference in my dry feet. I am going to use baby foot on my feet before though. And so, yeah. I have to wait until after the reunion though, because my 30-year reunion, I do not want to go into my 30-year reunion with my feet peeling off, just sloughing off skin like a snake shedding. I just can't do it, guys. I just can't do it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into, I found this. This is a limited edition. I know, I hate that it's limited edition. I didn't even notice it until I got home, but this is Wet n Wild, and it's Will You Marina Me. And I need a way to open this. Oh, wait a minute, it's tearing. Okay, it says it's limited edition. Love that they're cruelty free and all of that good stuff. Okay, now let me find a place to stick this. Okay, so the neat thing about Wet n Wild is, I don't know if you can see. Let me open it up. It'll be better. There won't be a glare. And these, now just tell me who can use this. There's a brush, an angled brush, and a sponge applicator. Do you see that in comparison? And my nails are awful. Do you see that? I couldn't even use those for matchsticks if I wanted to. The neat thing about Wet n Wild trios is that it's imprinted there. It tells you this right here, and this right here, where to put everything. So right here it says brow bone, this says crease, and this says the eyelid. Now I'm going to do that. But I'm nervous about it. I really feel like I think I'm just going to use my Stay Matte, my Rimmel Stay Matte to set my eyes. I feel like that I need to set them before I start going in with bold colors. I don't want any skipping around. So I'm just going to set down that primer and that sort of thing. Okay, now then, all I need to do is find my blending brush that I use all the time. I need to get me some new brushes, guys. They're starting to get really fanned out and worn. But anyway, yeah, I hope that this little spot on my face stays covered. Okay, I'm going to go in with one that says Crease Shade, which is the color, it doesn't have individual colors. The whole set is just called Will You Marina Me because it's very summery. And this is not, I think what worries me is that it's not a matte. I don't know how I feel about going in. I mean, you can do anything you want in makeup, but for me, I like one that is, I like one that goes in the crease that is a matte. But we're going to do it. We're going to go in. Okay, it's a lot more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. It's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful warm brown. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Actually, it's not coming off as a satin, even though it's an obvious satin in the pan. That's weird. It's actually good. So I shouldn't really say it's weird or complain. It's coming off really well. And you know me, I have hooded lids, so therefore I have to do a little bit more than your average Joe there. Okay, I have to go a little bit higher. But yeah, I had just picked up some random drugstore items over the last few times that I've had to go to the pharmacy. I've picked up a couple of things, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and do a get ready with me and chat with you guys and let you guys know what's going on. And yeah, use some stuff that I've not used but that I've been hearing about. When I saw this, of course, you know, I have plenty of eyeshadow palettes, but I wanted to try something new, and I wanted to choose an eyeshadow from Wet n Wild from the Color Icon range, because I've never, I mean, the only thing I have from Wet n Wild is my, I have one that's kind of a pinky mauvey color, and then I have another one that is the Comfort palette. That's all I've got as far as eyeshadows from Wet n Wild. So I know that they're always really, really good, but this one was so beachy and so, you know, fun for the summer, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna It's got a little bit of fallout, I can tell you that. And the thing about it too is that I don't know if you're even going to be able to see where I put on my, what brush do I want to use? I'm trying to find one to put this on my, I'm trying to find a small, here's one. So let me get my little color switch. I was trying to find a brush that I felt like was small enough to go into this blue and it not get everywhere and go all over the place and make a mess. Okay, so I'm going to go now into this blue color, blow off the brown where it kind of kicked up a little bit. Ooh! Okay, I think it all knocked out when I did that. Well, guys, you haven't lived if you hadn't gone in with a scary I can clean out from underneath my eyes, but well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm just going in with it's a fluffy brush, but it's a very short and thin fluffy brush. It's from Luxie. I like their brushes a lot. They're really good. Okay, this is not very pigmented. It's not near as pigmented as I thought it would be. I've had to go in quite a few times now. It is not nearly as pigmented as the crease shade was. I was scared of it, actually. Not bad, though. I like the look. It's already fallen down to my lower lash line. Don't know how I feel about that. When you look at me, you can see that it's getting caught in my lashes. Okay, I'm having to go in quite a bit to get any color payoff with this particular one. I was scared of it at first because my experience with Wet n Wild is they are usually pretty highly pigmented and you don't have to go in that often. But this one seems to be proving me wrong, which is probably a good thing because if you go, I mean, it's buildable. And since it's buildable, that's a good thing because, first of all, let me get that out from underneath my eyes. I think there must be, yes, there's a hair in my brush. I think what's going on is that it's buildable, which is good. I would not want it, you know, to be any other way, honestly. If it's too pigmented and you don't know what you're doing, what happened to my brush? I just laid it down a minute ago. Here it is. I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to reinforce that crease shade. It keeps you from making too much of a boo-boo with such a bold color. So as long as it's buildable, I'm okay. And it is buildable. I did not build it up as much. I mean, I don't want it to stand out from, I mean, this is the top that I'm wearing. I'm wearing this. This is navy. And I have a pair of navy shorts that I'm going to wear. Alabama summers, guys. It's hot outside. Okay. There. So that is pretty much my eye look, except for this brow bone shade, and I'll probably use it in my inner corner. Okay, now then. All right, now let's go in with something that I've been looking for and not been able to find. This is also Wet n Wild, and this is their Photo Focus Foundation. Mine is in Buff Bisque. It looks a little dark, but I have been self-tanning. You can't really tell on my neck too much. I have these little red spots every now and then. She said those were part of age too. Everything that I pointed out to her, the dermatologist, she said, oh, that's age. Oh, that comes with being mature. I was like, does everything have to be age? I mean, can we not fix it? But But anyway, the Wet n Wild color icon, Casey Holmes has talked about it, and I mean, she's one of my favorites. It's got this weird pull-off lid. Is this not the weirdest thing you've ever seen? Okay, well, I thought maybe it was broken, so I looked at several in the store, and they were all like that. They just pulled off. So, the only thing that bothers me is that Wet n Wild, they don't seal their products. And when I say they don't seal them, I mean that there is no packaging to keep you from getting down inside here straight off the shelf. So I reached sort of into the middle, close to the back, and pulled this one out in hopes that if somebody put something in it, it didn't get in this one. Because it's just an open thing, and it's a paddle. It's just a paddle. So, because it's a paddle, I do have my Beauty Blender here. I think I'm going to take a little bit. From what I understand, it's full coverage, but it's thin. We'll just see how it works out. I was going to use a brush with it, but I also understand that the brush kind of drinks it up, if that makes sense. And I want this to be light but full coverage. I don't want to feel like I have foundation on. Oh, and I did put on primer. I forgot. Oh, I sprayed it with I just sprayed my face with my Smashbox, but I don't have I don't have anything from the drugstore that I could use as a primer, I don't think. Okay, I know there was that flash just then, but this is looking pretty good, actually. Okay. I feel like my Beauty Blender is soaking some of it up because it's gotten drier since I've been sitting here. That is not wanting to cover. I wouldn't say this is full coverage. This is more like medium. It's not. Yeah, this is, we'll see if it's buildable. But for right now, I'm looking at medium. First impression. We'll see how it does with my redness and covering that green that I put on top. It's beautiful as far as the way that it looks on your skin. It lays beautifully on your skin. You know, it doesn't just lay on your skin, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's a really good formula. It seems to mesh well with your skin, but it's not as high of coverage as what I see a lot of people talking about. Not at all. Not a fan of the applicator, I can tell you that. I would prefer to put it on my glass dish, squeeze it out or pour it out and use it that way. I don't like the idea. I mean, thank goodness my face is clean, but I wouldn't want to just keep dipping back in there after touching my face, because eventually at some point you are going to introduce bacteria, oils, or whatever into the foundation. And you do want your foundations to last the length of time that they're supposed to. All right, this has a beautiful finish on it. It's very light. It's very, very nice. In fact, since I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna put just a little bit more here, and there. Just for redness coverage. And around my nose where it breaks down quickest, just like everybody else. I'm trying to see also if it does build up. I have some red spots that are just natural red spots. They're scars from years and years ago that never turned clear or white. Okay, we're just gonna have to go with that because I think that it did. Let me get my mirror. I don't know what I'm doing sitting here without my mirror. I have to use my mirror. Okay, it is buildable. That area became much more heavily covered. So it's buildable. If you want to do a second layer, you could. But, I mean, this is just my family. I don't think that there's gonna, the boys that are there, my nephews, they don't care if I have makeup on or not. But, I mean, I care. So I wanted to put on a little bit. This is a really nice finish. It's nice and soft. My skin is so dry. It's nice and soft. I'll have to, when I wash my face tonight, after I get out of the shower tonight, I'll have to, because I can guarantee you it's going to be hot. I think I may do a face mask tonight. I think what I want to do is I want to use that L'Oreal charcoal mask. I think I'll do that because across my nose, all of a sudden, and in this area here, it's like all of a sudden I've started having some issues with blackheads and that sort of thing. So I think I'll probably do that. And then I will probably, okay, I really like, first impression, I really like this. I didn't think I was going to there at first because it didn't seem like it was doing anything. This is cheap, guys. This is a really, really good drugstore foundation. I like it. It just took a while for it to get to my stores. I mean, I live in Alabama. We're the last for everything, except, I think the only people we're ahead of is Mississippi. I mean, you just can't find anything in Mississippi. But yeah, I really like this. So this is a yay for me. I'm glad about that. I'm glad that it's a yay. I do think that it's a nice finish and it gave me coverage. This is just too red. I may can spot conceal, but I need to go down make sure that I don't have a brightness. Just make sure that I don't have any kind of lines. Get my ears good. Okay, so the last time I talked to you guys, like just talked to you guys, I have been struggling with something for a while now. And I thought, there's just, I mean, it's just you. It's just you. It's just your body. It's just, the way you react to things. But if I get up and walk across the room, I break out into a sweat. And I've been doing that for a long time. And my dad is a very heavy, he perspires very heavily. And so I was just like, well, I'm going to go in with my, are these the same? I'm going to go in with, this is light and this is fair. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Let me check and make sure it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Some of these I haven't used in a while, so I need to make sure. The sweating, profuse sweating, and that sort of thing. And I've noticed some mood swings. I'm going to be 48 next month. And, to be perfectly honest with you, it never occurred to me that I could be starting through menopause or anything like that because I had a total hysterectomy when I was 35 years old. I'll be 48 So over 10 years ago, well over 10 years ago, I had a complete hysterectomy. I mean, ovaries and everything are gone. And my doctor at the time said that I would not go through, you know, he said, you most likely will not go through menopause or anything like that. He said, so that's why we want to save your ovaries. Well, he ended up having to take my ovaries out. And he did put me on a patch. Guys, that thing was a nightmare. First of all, my hormones, I bottomed out. And I mean, you want to talk about depression. I was miserable. I don't want to cry. I mean, I was just crying all the time. It was awful. And so I'm going in with my NYC translucent powder, which is really more on the white side, but it does the job just fine. But yeah, I didn't think that I would be going through any kind of menopause or ever would. I just really didn't think that, you know. He took my ovaries out, and he said, you know, you won't produce any hormones, so you get it on the side of my nose really good. I'm also going to go ahead and put a little extra on my chin because I always sweat there. Okay, let me put that back. Well, I've been battling, like I said, for a very long time now. Okay, so I got that in there. I'm itching. So since I've been battling this back and forth, I have, like, for the last couple of years, I keep a little small fan on my sofa table next to me because I can be sitting still watching a YouTube video or watching television, I'll just break out into this sweat. Then I'm yanking the chain on the ceiling fan, and I'm turning that fan on and turning it directly at me. You know, that sort of thing. I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte press powder to start setting everything down. So, like I say, that's been going on for quite some time. And I thought it was just me, you know. But it's got more and more frequent. It's to the point now where it's like I am perspiring almost at all times. I have gone through several different brands of deodorant and antiperspirant because one will work for a little while, and then, you know, the next thing I know, I'm like, I don't smell right, you know, so I go to another one. And so I rotate in and out between Ladies Mitchum, my Holy Grail, which is the Secret Clinical Strength, and then also the Dove Clinical Strength. Okay, I think that gets that really good. Pretty good so far, I think, guys. In my opinion, it is anyway. Okay, so let me put this up. I finally had enough. I just couldn't take anymore. Oh gosh, I don't have anything to contour with. I don't think I do. Let me look and see. Okay, so what I did is I pulled out my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So this is not new to me, but it is an excellent choice. And gosh knows it smells good. So I'm just going to really, instead of contouring or anything like that, I'm just going to kind of bronze up my skin and give myself some warmth in the face. But yeah, I finally got tired of going through, the perspiring and the sweating and that sort of thing. So I called my my gynecologist, and I mean, he's new to me. I've seen him several times, and he is the one that I had to have surgery about 3 or 4 years ago. It was before I started YouTube. I found out this, and that's one of the reasons that I decided to go ahead and go through with the YouTube situation. I realized that tomorrow is not guaranteed, and he found I went in because I had a lump in my breast, and that turned out to just be fibrocystic change, which is part of aging yet again. Yep. Okay. So I went in for that lump that was okay. But they did go ahead, since they had been so long. I mean, I had not seen a gynecologist in like 5 years, because I felt like, well, I mean, you know, what's the point? I don't have any parts down there anymore. I mean, you know, other than breast health, I wasn't really concerned. And, you know, I've not had any issue in my groin area or anything like that. So, you know, I really wasn't concerned at all. But I went in because I found that lump, and then he did a pap smear. And I'm going to go in with my Milani Luminoso blush. It's beautiful, and it has a sheen to it because I love a good sheen. It's so pretty. So anyway, he did that, and we found that I had pretty much the first stages, or the stage right before you have cancer, vaginal cancer. And I was like, vaginal cancer? I mean, like, I know you took out my uterus and I understand anatomy and that sort of thing. He's like, well, it was on what they call the vaginal cuff. I've talked about this on here before. Ooh, that light is killing me. So, I have talked about this, but when they do the hysterectomy, they, you know, the vaginal wall goes up, and that's where all your parts are. They fold that over and sew it together to hold your organs up. That's the reason a lot of people that have had hysterectomies, their bladder drops and that sort of thing, because, you know, there's all that space left in there from, you know, well, I didn't know that you could have an issue down there. I didn't know that your vagina, that you could get any kind of, and I have had precancerous issues before, but I thought with all of my parts gone that I was good to go and safe. I love this. This blush is so pretty. It's just a warm peachy color. It's very summery and pretty. I really like the way that looks. Okay, so anyway, what I did is, you know, I went in and he did that. Long story short, I called him because he's the only one. I'm going to touch up that spot right there a little bit, just to see if I can cover it a little bit better. Where's my mirror? Where is my, here it is. Put it behind me on the bed. Okay, I'm going to let it dry just a little bit before I much better, much better. Now maybe it'll dry, and because my smile lines are there, maybe it won't crease too bad. Okay, I've been blabbering on about this whole time and not doing what I need to be doing. Okay, I need to finish my eyes, and I need to do my brows and all of that good stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I am going to go in with, I have from the drugstore, this is by L'Oreal. It's the Brow Stylist Designer for my brows, and it is in the shade Brunette. We're going to see. That helps a lot, don't it? So, I called the other day. I'm trying to spit out my story. I called the other day, and I left a message with this nurse with all my information. And I just told her, I said, I want to know, is there any way that this could be, I want to know if there's any way this could be related to, you know, hormones or something. I said, I don't have ovaries. So, I mean, I had a complete hysterectomy. I know you have your pituitary gland, and that pretty much controls all things hormonal. And I've still got that, thank God. They've not messed with my head. Not yet anyway. But this is really not bad. This is not bad at all. But then again, this is my good brow. this light. I just left my information. I told her, I said, is there any way? Because if so, if there's any way that, like, if I need a hormone or something and it will help control, I said, because I feel like I'm having hot flashes, but that can't be it, because I had a hysterectomy, and my doctor told me that I wouldn't go through the change. And I said, so, if it's something that you think warrants me coming in, I can do that. But just call me back, and let me know if maybe I need to see an internist instead. But I just immediately thought hormones, because all of my friends in my age group, girls that I graduated with, are all going through the change right now. And they're complaining about the sweats and, all those things. Sorry about the interruption. I had to stop. I got a phone call. I actually really like this from L'Oreal, the Brow Stylist. It's not too waxy, which I feel like gives me more control. Yeah, I like that a lot. And it actually seems as though it made it easier for me to get this woman under control, because this is my rebel on this side. I'm not going to put much more product in it, because I do have, my brow gel from NYX that I'm going to use. So I will just put that in there, and I may switch over to that for a while just to kind of see, how things are going. Okay, I like that. Good. It's always nice when you find something, from the drugstore and you actually really like it. Okay, the next thing that I got, if you can see, this is the Brow Precise from Maybelline, and it's a creamy brow highlighter or illuminator. It's for shaped and highlighted brows. Creamy highlighter, says like 3 times. I got mine in light. I just felt like that on my brow bone I would probably need the light. The thing about this is that it's very oddly shaped. I'm interested to see how this is going to work. It's shaped so that you can carve your eyebrows out. I've never been one to really carve out my eyebrows. Now I will, I will make sure that, okay, it looks like this. And when you pull the top off, you can see it's at an angle. You see that? So that you can go under your brow, and really clean up. Well, fortunately, I have not put any shadows in that spot. So we're going to try it, and we're going to see what happens. Well, it definitely does carve out the brow. There's no doubt about that one. So it goes on pretty... Oh, it almost turns to like a powder when it hits the skin. Interesting. I got a little too close to my brow, but all I did was just kind of... It turns to a powder. I'm just not sure about this light, guys. Excuse the bed. It's unmade. I'm at the point, guys, where you guys know me. If I can't get on camera and do with you guys what I need to do without making my bed, then we're not friends. I'm teasing. Oh, gosh. This is actually a very unique product. I am impressed. I like the shape of it and the way that it's shaped. The container is shaped. It's a twist up. I like this, and let me show you why. I'm barely touching. Barely. Do you see how that cleaned up under my brows? That's awesome. It goes on like a cream, but guys, it feels just like a powder. This is amazing. Ooh, a new product. I love that one too. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I mean, it just cleaned up my brow, and it also disguises anywhere that you need to, like if you need to have your brows waxed or anything like that. It's disguising that also. Woo! I love it. Well, all right then, let's move on. Can you guys see anything, any change in my face? Can you notice that I've lost 52 pounds? I've lost 52 pounds. That is unbelievable to me. I mean, I'm just like, it doesn't seem real. Every time I step on the scales, I'm just like, I'm still losing weight. Okay, I'm going to go in with the brow color that is this gorgeous topaz color, really. Okay, here goes nothing. It looks heavy on this brush, so we're going to see. Oh yeah, that's a good brow bone. That's good, guys. That's a beautiful, that is a beautiful shadow. Beautiful. And it blends right into that color beneath it so easily and so well. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. That may be one of my favorite eyeshadows. I may have to start using this on my brow bone a lot because I actually struggle with brow bone colors. And I like that it blends in so easily with my crease shade. It doesn't take it over. Now I do need to probably, let me just, but yeah, it highlighted my brow bone without taking over my crease shade, which, you know, can happen sometimes if it's too much. But I think it's just the right level of deepness to this that it works really well together. I think that I could probably make this look out of just the two shadows and not even bother with the blue. I'd be fine with that. I'd be totally fine with that. That's a great color. Okay, let me make sure that I don't have any fallout. I don't think I do. I don't think that I caused any at all. Okay, I'm going to go in with a highlighter. Now, guys, this highlighter is not Drugstore, but it's new. And I did say new products. Mostly Drugstore. It's been mostly Drugstore that I've been able to use. I got the Skinny Dip highlighter from Jouer. Oh, it's so pretty. And I also got the Skinny Dip lip topper from Jouer. I've had this for a long time, and I've just not broken it out because I haven't really been doing much with my makeup. And the packaging, oh my goodness, I don't know if you can even see. The packaging is gorgeous. It is so pretty. And another thing that I've gotten that I am loving, and this is not new, well, it'll be new as far as you're concerned, but it's not new to me. I've been using it. It's from NARS. Guys, this lipstick is orgasm. It is the lipstick form of the blush. See the gold in it? Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. It's sheer. It's not, you know, it's not a heavy like a Audacious lipstick would be. Whew, I love it. Okay, so we are going to kind of skip by, I mean, because Jouer is not Drugstore. Well, here in the United States, you have to buy it online. I think that Beauty Beautylish or something may carry it. Anyway, this is the Jouer highlight. Let me get the little film off of it. This is what the highlight looks like. I mean, come on. Not even put my fingers in it yet because I wanted to do it on film. Okay, here we go with my ratchet fingernails. Oh, it feels like just total satin. Ah! Oh, I can't wait to try this. Okay, let me get my, this is the one that I use every time for my, it's my Anastasia A23. Isn't that right? A23. And I'm just going to tap in this on both sides. Oh, it's very creamy and soft. Okay, here goes, guys. Oh my gosh, guys, this is beautiful. It's not as blinding as you first think. You could make it very subtle, but of course, you know, I'm going in hard with it, so. You see that? See this compared to this? Okay, you'll be able to see it on this side for sure. Can you believe that? Oh, it's gorgeous. You know, I'm going in hard. I always go in hard with my highlighters. And then I go in with my powder brush and kind of blend it all together. I do keep it away from this eye socket, of course. And I do bring it up onto my I bring it way up. I mean, I figure if I'm going to be glistening from perspiration, and that was, I didn't finish my story. My story, long story short, is that I've got to do, she said, yes, you absolutely can go through the change whether you have, you know, anything or not. She said, just because you've had a hysterectomy doesn't mean anything. I'm just taking the brush that I used with my powder, getting it to kind of blend in. And that's the way I do it. It's so gorgeous. Oh, this Jouer is gorgeous. Okay, what I need to do is I need to brush my brows now. I'll brush them out. Make sure that they're laying the direction they're supposed to be laying. They are. Okay, I'm going to go in now with the NYX in Brunette. It's my brow gel. I love that highlight. I knew I was going to. As soon as it launched, I was grabbing it because I just knew. I mean, I just had a sneaking suspicion. I have purchased a couple of the lip creams from Jouer before. I think you've seen them in my collection, and they're amazing. This light, don't know how to fix it. Just gonna deal with it. My brows are just so uneven. They're better than they usually are, though, because I have worked on them. I've been trying to get them in shape, and they're getting there. I painted my nails 2 days ago, guys. Look at this. It's just not meant for me to have pretty nails unless I have acrylics. I mean, it's just not. I'm definitely getting my acrylics back as soon as I get paid, because I've got to, I've got a reunion to go to. I got things I need to do, you know? Okay. The mascara that I've chosen for today is by Jordana, which is from Walgreens. And as far as I know, Walgreens is the only place that you can buy this. Let me get it open. I'm going to have to use my tweezers. Maybe it won't be too much. This is the one that I chose. It's the Jordana Best Length Extreme Lengthening Mascara in 303 Black. Now, I prefer a black mascara, even though I like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Eyeliner. I'm just going to go in with my Revlon. I totally forgot my eyeliner. I forgot my under eyes. Okay, I'm just going to go in underneath my eyes. I'm just going to run this underneath. It's got a little smudger, and I'm going to smudge it out. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, I just run it. You can see where I ran it. Now I'm just going to use this smudger end. Just like that right there. And all it does is if there's any clumps, it smooths it out. Okay. I think that takes care of my my under eyes that I nearly forgot. So that was from Revlon, and like I said, it's just brown. It just says eyeliner, crayon contour. It doesn't even have a color on it. Oh, it does. Suede brown. Suede brown. I've had it for so many years, guys. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Jordana, my new mascara. Let's see how it does. I'm interested to see what the applicator looks like. Ooh, it's one of my favorites. It's kind of spiky. I actually like this. This is the way that the Rimmel one that I had for years, it seemed to like. It was this way, and it was very good at lengthening. So let's see here what this does. I'm just going, and I start at the root and wiggle and pull up. And I keep going at it until they get like I want them. You can see the difference, no doubt about it. Okay, let me get this side done. Okay, that's both sides with one coat. I'm going to go in now. I'm going to do my bottom lashes and put a second coat on my top lashes. Okay, guys, there are my lashes, and I forgot to curl them, but they're doing really well. They're really pretty. I love the mascara. Jordana just has great mascaras. Now, on the second coat, it did try to clump up just a little bit on me, even though it's supposed to be a lengthening mascara. But with just a little bit of work, the clumps, I was able to work them out, and they seem fine. They seem just fine. And I also, because that's such a spiky thing, it's a little bit scary to get too close to your eyes, so I don't make as many mistakes with it because I don't want to poke my eye out. My underneath lashes are just a little bit long, which is not a problem. It's just that they always touch. They always touch underneath. Every time they're going to touch. Okay, I think that's it. The only thing I need to do now is I need to put on some finishing spray, and I'm just going to use what I have, guys, because I don't have stuff, you know, from the drugstore. I've got some L'Oreal up there, but it's been up there so long I'm scared to use it. Okay, guys, I moved you in just a little bit closer. I do have a little bit of a mistake right there. Woo! Blinding. Okay. I think I'm ready to curl my hair, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and put on this lipstick. All right, I'm going to use my toner to get rid of the crepiness under my eyes. There's not really much there. There's really not. I'm actually pretty impressed, honestly. This foundation's really good. It has a pretty finish. It really does. Oop, I'm making a mess. Just like that. That's all I have to do. Just a little bit of this on my beauty blender, and I'm ready to go. It does make a difference. And thank goodness that this covered pretty well. I'm very pleased about that also. So guys, I would say a thumbs up to this, the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I want to try the concealer now. And a yes to the Wet n Wild Trio. They're all pretty much, I would say, the same, you know, formula. So even though this one happens to be in the limited edition set, you could probably find it online still at wetnwild.com. But if not, just look at, you know, any of the retailers around you that sell Wet n Wild, and you may can find it. But this may not be your colors. You know, you may like something a little more bold, or something that's a little bit more, you know, understated. I don't think that I would have had to use the blue in this unless I just, you know, was trying it out like I was today. So I do like that. I would say yes to the Jouer. This highlighter is gorgeous. And yeah, so I want to show you, I'm going to go ahead and put on, where is my, let me find my lip line. Okay, I am going to use my Too Faced Perfect Pink. I really hope that they come back out with this. These were just the best. I'm just putting this on my lips because the new lipstick and Orgasm from NARS, as I said, is very sheer. So if I want it to last, I need to do this. And then the only thing I'll have left, and I'm just going to pull it back in a ponytail after I curl it. So, yep, that's all I'm going to do. I think I bumped you. Okay, I talked to you like you're just sitting right here in front of me. Okay, so, yeah, all right. This is the Orgasm lipstick. It is so comfortable and so pretty. It just has that golden sheen. Oh. I love that color. I mean, I absolutely love the Orgasm blush. And when I saw that they were coming out with a lipstick and several other things in that color range, you know I had to have it. And I've had it for a while too. I've been using it and I love it. You can see the gold shimmer. Well, guys, let me go curl my hair and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, this is the way that I ended up looking. I did pull my hair up. My hair is thinning really badly. I just decided to pull it up. It's really hot here in Alabama, and the humidity is high, and so I knew that I would get hot, and I just decided to go ahead and pull my hair up into a ponytail. I just curled it and pulled it up, and yeah, it's really thinning out. It's really a little depressing, honestly. But I do have some new shampoo that my doctor gave me or told me about that I'm going to start using that will help with my hair. But as far as my makeup is concerned, I'm really pleased with the look that this and the way that it turned out. You know, I love the lipstick. I've been loving the lipstick. It's just a fun color. It has that gold reflect in it, and I really like that a lot. And the eyes, they turned out really good. The blue is very subtle, but that's fine with me because it probably would have clashed with my blouse here. So, yeah, I think it turned out really well. And I really do like the brow product that I used. The Brow Stylist, it's a great product. I really like it. So I've already noticed that the Jordana mascara is starting to bleed down to my under eyes. So I've already had to clean under my eyes once or twice, and I've not done anything. So that's not a very good sign. It did go on very well, and I liked the length that it gave me, but this time of year and being hot-natured, it's just not going to mix with that particular formula. It's a very wet formula, so I think that maybe if I let it kind of dry just a little bit, once it dries down, it may not transfer quite as easily. So anyway, guys, I enjoyed talking with you. I know that I took forever to tell my one story, but I was just distracted, and it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera for you guys. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I love you so much, and I appreciate your support so much. I finally broke past 560 people. I didn't think that would ever happen, so I'm very excited. Last time I checked, I had 562 subscribers, and I am so excited by that. I love each and every one of you, and I cannot thank you enough for subscribing to my channel. Even if you don't watch all of my videos, even if you're only a planner girl or only a beauty girl or guy, it's the fact that you took the time to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, and I just want to say how much I appreciate that. So I really do. I appreciate it so very much. You'll never know. So thank you, and I guess have a great rest of the weekend. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.